one copy of the pattern, the transfer mesh canvas, and a water-soluble marker to transfer the pattern onto a 16-inch felt square. Lay the mesh canvas on top of your pattern and trace it with a marker. You can also use a pencil which erases, and then reuse your transfer canvas. Now that it's transferred onto your canvas, position it onto your felt and trace over it one more time with your water-soluble marker. And now it's transferred onto your felt. We'll be working on our pillow front from the bottom to the top. Let's add a cut felt shape first. Cut out the large flower shape from the other copy of the pattern to make a template. Keep the rest of this pattern because you'll need to cut additional shapes from it. Use the template to cut a flower shape from felt. I'm using this nice red color, but you can use whatever color you like. Position the pillow front felt on top of the felting mat. And then position your flower shape onto the pattern that you previously transferred. Now start poking. I'm starting on the outside and then working my way into the middle. And since my flower shape is bigger than the mat, I'm going to need to move it so I can poke the other side of the flower. Try not to get impatient. Just work in small areas at a time. And now your flower is felted to the pillow front. Okay, at this point you may want to retransfer any pattern details that you've covered with the felt. So lay your transfer canvas on top of the flower and trace the yarn details with the water-soluble marker. Now that you can see the pattern again, to add the yarn details, position one end of the yarn on the pattern line and punch, arranging the yarn as you go. I leave the yarn in one long piece and then cut it. That way you don't come up short on your yarn. Now you can add the other felt layers to your flower. My last piece makes 3 layers, so make sure that you hold your felting tool straight up and down. And since I'm running out of mat, I'm going to move it. Now your flower is finished. To make felted applique shapes, we'll use an applique mold and a pin-style needle felting tool. Position your needle felting mat under your pillow front, and then lay the mold on top of the pattern that you transferred earlier. Tear off a small piece of roving. I'm using a gold color, and twist it together. Now make the end of the roving a little tighter so it goes into the mold easier. The pin-style needle felting tool will pack it down into the bottom so you can needle felt it into the felt. Make sure you punch around the bottom of the mold. Keep twisting it so it stays where you want it, and then move to the next part of the mold. I'm twisting it again into the final part of the mold. Now with my extra roving, I can just trim it off with my scissors and pack the ends into the mold with the pin. When you remove the applique mold, it might be a little messy, so you can go ahead with the pin style needle felting tool and punch it in around the outline so it has a cleaner look. This also packs it into the felt more and makes it flatter and not so bumpy. Now you're finished.